Peter Bunyin Algorithm Report. Gonna tell you the truth now. Peter Bunyin Algorithm Report. All the food is poison. Peter Bunyin Algorithm Report. Internet of everything. Peter Bunyin Algorithm Report. Get all your altcoins. Peter Bunyin Algorithm Report. The pumping up the CBDCZ. Peter Bunyin Algorithm Report. Gotta fight the deep state. Peter Bunyin here with your daily algorithm report. Today, right now, today, 9th. But anyway, today, it's been a lot going on since, we had a World War III almost breakout and a backpedal, and then ain't been a regime change yet over there in the Iran, but we got a big rift going on between Muscleman and Cheetah Head, and it comes out the other day that Muscleman created his own freaking political party to try to drain support away from the Republicans. And as much as I represent and resonate with a multiple party government system, not just the multi-party uniparty, but not just bipartisan and uniparty, but all parties, many parties in there. And Musk was trying to start that, but I don't trust it because he is a technocrat and he wants to start the America Technocrat Company policy, the America Party of Technocracy. And he wants to put a microchip in your brain to put you in with the government and be controlled in the algorithms. And the algorithms know everything about you because they already do. And then they will use that information about thought crimes and about what you might do, about if you pay your taxes, if you want to pay your taxes. They'll know because the moment you think of it, there's an algorithm there waiting, and he puts it in a database, in your thought crime database. And then, if you ever think about it again, they get your thought crime strikes on it. And you get enough of them thought crime strikes, and they might throw you in the gulag. You never know. So, be careful out there. One surefire way to protect yourself from any technocratic America Party taking over and beaming algorithms in your brain is your trusty ADS hat. That is ADS, and that is Algorithmic Defense System, proprietary technology. It is not a hot hat covered in tinfoil. It is a hot hat integrated and made out of a proprietary blend, special custom alloy polymer blend, and the alloys infused in the polymers of the hot hat. And it is a nano anti-algorithmic technology. Back here in the control center in the back, where you click it and tick it, you got little battery packs in the end, little lithium-ion batteries in there, and they project an anti-algorithmic signal all around your etheric field, auric field, and they prevent algorithms from entering your blood-brain barrier, and they keep you safe all the time from algorithms. So get one at the Amazon.com/store/ADS. Use promo code PBAR, Peter Bunyin Algorithm Report, PBAR 33, get 33% off your order today. They got more than just the ADS hat. They got ADS shields, they got black blockers for your eyes. They got all kinds of things. So check out the store. Comment, like, subscribe below if you want any new product development from the ADS. So, back to the news, back to the report. So what happened was they got a big rift going, and then he broke away. He said, "Yeah, we got this party," and then the algorithms got toined up. And I mean, when they got toined up, they got so freaking mad, and the deep state, they went and they did a land grab in Texas, and I think Wisconsin, now maybe Chicago, and South Carolina, all on around the weekend on July 4th. Happy birthday, America. When we was in Tennessee, we was on there and we was seeing the news that there was a big giant storm down there in Texas. And we got all this political riffraff, but then you got storms happening down in there. And this storm happened, but it looked like they probably might have let the dam out, or there's got a flash flood. That happens in Texas, a lot of the flash floods. But some was weird with the dam. You think they let the dam out too much? They got a lot of rain, but maybe not enough rain to put all this. But anyway, they have hundreds of people dead, and over 100 people dead, a bunch of little girls in a freaking camp. The wild thing is, like 3 years ago, the same thing happened. So I don't know, but I think it was the algorithms. Comment below what you think it was. Like, comment, subscribe below. Tell me what you think was going on in there. But that happened. That was crazy. And there's still people down there trying to help them, trying to figure it out. It's going to be a long rebuilding process. And then it just seems like every other day there's another storm popping up left and right. There's going to be storms here, storms there, storms over there, storms in there, over there, and under there. And it's going to be a crazy thing. And they say it's climate change, and we say it's algorithmic geoengineering. Because of this. Because they put a hopping algorithm out there. And that goes up on the ionosphere, superheats it, supercooks it. Gonna supercook the ionosphere is gonna hit the magnetic aluminum particles up there in the clouds that they be seeding up there, and then it makes them explode. And when it makes them explode, it makes a superstorm, and super amounts of moisture get sucked up from in the water cycle, and the nitrogen cycle sucks it up in the air, and it blasts it right down on the whole big old pack of rain and supercharged ionic particles down there, and then it goes down and makes these super floods. And it's not a good thing, but you know, the insurance people, they're like, well, it's act of God, I don't really need to pay it. So you get displacement and migrations of people in the Mingalarian migrations, in the Mingalarian side of the state, immigration, I don't know what you call that, but they great, they get great around there, they move. And then when they go do that, then they got nowhere to go, and they got nothing. So you could like, subscribe, send me some money, I'll give them a little bit of it. You know, paypal.com, paypal.com, Peter Bunyin here. And you could give us comment, like, subscribe, and the monies. And send your monies to us, and we will get something down to them. Care package, whatever. You want to buy some batteries, you want to buy a flashlight, send it to them, you can do it on our Amazon store, adsstore.com. Or send it to us at paypal.com. And we will send them the money. No algorithms involved. We will send them a paper check or dollars, or we'll drive down there. We should go down there. We'll see how much plane tickets are, but yeah, I'll go out to the people out there. You know, God bless them and pray for them, because they're suffering and it sucks. And it's all man-made. Man did it, but it ain't man-made like you think. We have previously reckoned the environment with algorithms so that we can have algorithms fix the environment. It's always telling you to cure, you know, there's no money in the cure, but they always seem to have the remedy. They got a remedy for this, a remedy for that, and it all points back to algorithms all the time, okay, everywhere. So anyway, on the algorithm front, I mean, there's a lot of freaking advancements going on, and I think they're trying to build the AI government and all this war conspiring out there going on, and all this civil conflict inside. Then we got a damn war, algorithmic civil war about popping off. The algorithms are feeding people information about ICE. I see this, I sees that. They don't want ICEs coming up in their work down there in LA, and there was rioting. You know, we talked about all that. But now it seems to split factions, and they came out and said the algorithms erased the whole minute of the Epstein tapes, whole hour, and that there's nothing in the report. And it was all covered up, they think, and they say the algorithms covered up the Epstein files. And Bondi came back and retracted and said she never had no files. She never had no dossier list, the dossier list of client list, but she had the files, and she assumed it was in there and asked what the gaffe was. But there's a whole nothing boyga in the algorithmic cover-up of the Epstein files, and it's hard to say. It's been a long time, you know. That could have been done a long time ago, and they didn't know, and they thought they was going to get to the heart of it, and they got to the heart of it, and got an old nothing boy, and they were like, shit. Or there's another scenario that the algorithmic manipulation is so bad, and that the need to misrepresent the truth is so bad because there's some really crazy, horrendous stuff going on, and that if the whole world knew about it, and the algorithms got a hold of it, that it would be really bad for society. And maybe that's the reason why they suppress it, because we can't let anybody know this. But anyway, that's a cover-up, and that's bad. So, you know, you never should be trusting Cheetah Head or Muscolitos or any of them people. But, you know, it's just interesting. They're having a feud over this, a feud over that. And at the same time, they're just brushing stuff off. And Trump's in a freaking interview the other day, and he was like, why would you even talk about freaking Epstein? That guy's been dead for 20 years. What do you even talk about that guy for? That's a nothing, boy. We got people dying in Texas. We got civil war. We got war. We got the brink. You know, that situation, Israel and Iran, is still popping off. It's still tense. I don't think they're shooting each other yet anymore. But it's tense. We got North Korea being tense, and Russia being tense, China being tense about it. And India and Pakistan was popping off a little bit. And then you got to understand, algorithms get a hold of this stuff and this information, and they go into people's feeds, and then they feed them this information, and they keep them stuck in it, and they keep their head in the algorithms. When they get into your head, they will corrupt your mind, and they will make you think what the algorithm wants to make you think and believe. And we'll put too much trust in algorithms. They got algorithms teaching kids now. But algorithm can only copy something. It's not a creative. It can't be a creative force. And you have to be an anti-algorithm to be a real creative force and undo the algorithms. And then you do that, there's a lot of things. You can come to Peter Bunyin Anti-Algorithm Defense School. You can go to ADS training on there. You get this hat. You get a free one if you join up for my lessons. And then, you know, you will learn things about the technocratic takeover society with the algorithms, and how you can start your own garden and defend them against it, because they put them in a food, and how you can go back to analog and not digital, and you go back to trade and create. What? But anyway, you can go back to trading digital and everything, and you get out of digital and go analog, so you're outside of the algorithms. Because you don't want them on you. And you don't want to be living an algorithm life, because it's going to change the whole world in a way that we are going to regret. And there's a lot of people doomsdaying us, and I agree. So comment, like, subscribe down below if you think the algorithms are getting out of hand, and what can we do about it, and how much more technology should we invest in countering them. We're still working on the code to end all codes, the algorithm to end all algorithms over here, and it's taking a long time. We have to retrain it every day. And we've been doing that, but it's a long road to the go. And we'll get there. We'll get there one day. It's a long time happening, though. You know, I got to do the show. I got to take care of Uncle Donnie's house, and the Peter Bunyin Algorithm Report, and the wave farm machine always needs wake on it. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on here. And yeah, give me a comment, like, subscribe down below what you think, and be safe out there, America. God bless you.